I bet you thought I didn't make it, didn't you? I bet you thought that my plane just fell out of the sky, plunged into the Pacific Ocean, and now I'm just sleeping with the fishes. But I did make it. I'm in Los Angeles. It's 7 a.m. in the morning. You can probably tell my voice is a bit croaky, but I've got to get this video done now because in a couple hours I'm actually going out for the entire day, and it's going to be packed with interviews and recording and capture sessions, so it's going to be a bit mental. So yesterday we had a load of press conferences. We had Ubisoft, Sony, Microsoft, EA, a couple of other ones as well. Of course, I checked all of the other ones out. I actually attended the Ubisoft Conference, but I did keep tabs on all the other ones and got all the Xbox One news and the PS4 news and the Battlefield news. But I attended the Ubisoft Conference, and this video is going to be sort of talking about that a little bit, the games that we saw, my reactions to them, and also some reactions from other YouTubers. I've got a couple of interviews in here as well, which is pretty cool. Before we start talking about that, I just want to say that I'm really enjoying Los Angeles so far. It's a pretty epic place, very strange, very big, everything's massive, all the buildings are absolutely huge. On Sunday we took a trip to Venice Beach and Santa Monica, and we did all the sightseeing stuff over there, which was really nice. Got sunburnt, of course. Being English, I have quite fair skin, and I burn like a motherfucker. And I've turned into a lobster, which is never good because I'm afraid that if we go anywhere near a French restaurant, the head chef might come out and just like murder me, and then someone's going to eat me, and that wouldn't be good. No one wants that. The hotel we're staying in is really nice. I've also bumped into a lot of YouTubers so far, and I've been chatting with everyone, and everyone's really nice. It's just a great buzz around here. The event itself looks wicked. They've got some massive posters outside the front there. It's just absolutely insane, and I'm so lucky to have been able to come over here. Anyways, the Ubisoft Conference. So we were taken to a theater in downtown Los Angeles. It was really busy. Got in there, and the conference started. The presenter, I thought she did a really good job. I know she had some stick in the past for doing it, but she came out and she was funny, and she seemed quite normal, quite human. Obviously she's a gamer herself, so I think that came across well to the audience. Things that really stood out for me that I didn't think would. The Crew, the racing game, actually looks like a fun racing game, not really aimed at hardcore fans maybe. Reminded me a bit of Flatout or Burnout, and the whole modification thing was pretty sweet. The way you have to work together with people looks pretty cool. Of course, the last game that they showed, The Division. Now, that really blew me away because it was completely out of nowhere. It was apparently that was titled Secret Project 1. Like, not many people knew about that at all. And the guy came out and they showed the trailer, and when it started I was like, well, it looks sort of a bit like Watch Dogs. Why are they bringing out another game that's similar to Watch Dogs? And then they showed the footage, and it turns out it's like a massively multiplayer sort of 4-player co-op game by the looks of it, and some of the details in there absolutely off the chain. Like, looks like a properly next-gen game anyway, not just in terms of graphics, but the innovations that they've got there, like when he looked at the map and it all sort of like sucked onto his HUD, and then he's got that information, or when he was in the firefight with the people on the roof and he took cover against the police car, and as he sort of walked up the police car or across the police car, he put his hand on the door and then the door sort of closed. Like, it's just touches like that, and the bullet holes in the back of the police car windshield, it just looks epic. And then of course they had the guy playing on the tablet, which out of nowhere, which a lot of games seem to be doing now. I know Battlefield 4 have said that they're going to do that with the commander mode, but yeah, the guy's just there on the tablet in the little drone flying around, and he marks the guy on the roof that's hiding behind the banner, and then you can sort of see him through the wall and just light him up. It was just absolutely crazy. The reaction from the crowd as well, like in the theatre when that trailer finished, was brilliant. There was some crazy American guy behind me just screaming his head off, like going mental for it. And then at the end they dropped like loads of these fake $51 bills from the ceiling. There was like a big bang, and then we all got these like wads of cash, and apparently you can exchange them for things if you go to the Division booth that's in the convention center. So might be checking that out later. They've also got some UV writing on there. We were trying to decipher what it said yesterday, but we couldn't quite work it out. So we need to get some sort of UV lamp so we can see what it says. Apart from that, I think Assassin's Creed 4 looked pretty neat. The whole piratey thing they've got going on there. Splinter Blacklist, which I should be able to play maybe today or tomorrow. I'm gonna be able to actually play most of these games, not capture all of them. Some I'll just be able to like film the screen. But most of them I will actually get to play, so really looking forward to that and getting my hands on the Xbox One controller and the PS4 controller and just seeing firsthand, what the graphics are like, and seeing if I can count all the pixels, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's gonna be a wicked day. Anyways, got some interviews now, some reactions to the Ubisoft Press Conference that I recorded in our media centre after we got back from the theatre. So I'm going to roll these now and enjoy. Okay, so I'm here with Hannah from the Yogscast.
Hello.
And we've just got back from the Ubisoft Press Conference. What was the thing that surprised you the most?
I think, probably the Division and the crew were. I suspected there'd be something, but just absolutely mind-blowing. Just the fact that the drop in and out co-op with the crew. I'm not a massive fan of racing games, but actually this one I think I could get behind. So that was probably the biggest surprise in terms of that.
Yeah, so you're not really a big racing fan, but that sort of appealed to you in a lot of ways.
Yeah, because I liked Burnout. I liked the early Burnouts. I liked being able to do sort of the takedown stuff and sort of less the races that come with those games and everything else.
Right.
And the gameplay they were showing of, chasing the car and things like that with friends is exactly what I would want in a racing game.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to fill a niche that's been missing for years.
It's a bit more fun, a little less serious, catered towards more the more casual car racing gamers, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, as well, things like, you can customise your car. So if you're a massive expert on cars, you can be like, I want that. Or, like me, I'll probably just go, I want that looks nice, I want that engine, whatever. But the fact you can be like, yeah, I've got my car, it's my car. Yeah, you can pimp it out. Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, the thing that disappointed you the most with the conference, what didn't turn you on that much? I wasn't a fan of the Rabbids thing, if I'm honest. But I think maybe that's something, because it's like Nickelodeon and all that, it's something that's not really available and accessible. I don't really play those games as much, and so I didn't really get the TV show thing. But it'd be interesting to see it work, like the interactivity. Yeah. That's because also they hadn't got a demo; they had a video of the demo, and it was just like, well, I can't see that actually working. Yeah. I'd like to see some people on stage with a TV showing me how that works instead. Yeah. So I will see. I mean, it's interesting for future games, I guess, but not so much for Rabbids, I think. Okay. Yeah. And finally, can you describe the press conference in 3 words? Wow. Well, there you go. Wow. Amazing. Wow. Amazing. Yeah. That's very good. Thank you, Hannah. Cheers. Right, no problem. Thanks. Okay, so I'm here with Dave and Dan. Your YouTube channels are?
Boyinaband.
Duggleby. Dan Bull Duggleby. That's correct. So we've just got back from the Ubisoft press conference. Initial reaction. So what impressed you the most, Dave?
I was really impressed by the last thing they showed, which was a game called Defiance.
The Division.
Was that?
The Division.
No, yeah. I wasn't impressed with that. I was impressed with Defiance. They showed it way after. Yeah, it was called Division.
Oh, right, okay.
I completely forgot that.
It's okay.
But yeah, it was really, really interesting kind of open world, massively multiplayer thing. So many freaking cool gameplay ideas all rolled into one. Yeah. But yeah, what about you now?
I think as well as that one, but you talked about that already, so I'll talk about the crew, which was
the racing game.
Yeah, it was racing game that it's team-based racing game, so you get your friends and it's all online, and it's basically a map of the whole USA, isn't it?
Yeah, that's impressive.
I presume it's not an actual one-to-one roadmap for the whole
scale.
of America, but it's going to give you that feeling that you can start in one city, race your mates to another city. And what's really cool about that is that Like you'll be racing with your mates on one team, and then maybe you have to chase someone else, or be chased. And rather than it being AI that's chasing you, it'll be another player. But you don't know who it is.
Right.
So they'll just dip in and out.
Adds a bit of surprise there as well. You know,
So
is it AI? Is it human?
It's kind of making AI obsolete by just replacing it with other players.
Did not expect that to happen. I think it'd be the other way around.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of games are sort of going that way. You know, this big open world, always multiplayer. And it's definitely a cooler experience, I think, you know, as a player. You know that you're competing against real people, and sort of gives it a bit more meaning in a way, you know, rather than just fighting against a computer. So next question, what disappointed you the most about the conference?
Well, that's a hard one.
What didn't blow you away?
The title of the last game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you couldn't remember it.
I couldn't remember it. It obviously wasn't good
because
enough.
you were already blown away by everything else.
Yeah.
Your mind was blown. For me, it was when they were talking about merging TV entertainment and gaming. I was really excited, and then it turned out to be throwing stuff at rabbits.
Pointing at the screen.
Just looked like a mini game.
Pointing.
Yeah.
So I was underwhelmed by that. But I think that's an area of entertainment that will eventually probably come into maturity.
Okay.
But at the moment, I'm not interested in pointing at rabbits.
No. I don't think many people are.
No.
I think that might have been targeted at 5-year-olds.
Yeah, but some games are like universal family fun, and I can't see that being too immersive for someone who's used to playing Battlefield 3 or something.
If you were 5 years old, would you enjoy that?
If I was a Battlefield 3 player, probably not.
No.
But if I was a 5-year-old non-Battlefield 3 player, then that'd probably be my kind of thing.
Okay, cool. Last question for both of you. Describe the conference in 3 words.
OMG.
That counts.
E3 Conference 2013.
Nice. That's great. Brilliant. Thanks a lot, guys. Cheers. Okay, so I'm here with Duncan from the Yogscast, and we just got back from the Ubisoft Press Conference. So, your initial reactions, what impressed you the most?
Well, obviously, you know, what's the fucking game called?
The Division.
Yeah. Obviously, Division was great, but also Rayman looks pretty cool. The kind of awesome 2D graphic effects they have going on was pretty awesome.
Yep.
And Rocksmith makes me want to play guitar.
So you're into music games generally, or?
Yeah, I played Guitar Hero and Rock Band and stuff. I tried Rocksmith before, the first one, but I couldn't really kind of keep at it. I think you need to kind of really play that a lot. But it looks great, the kind of the thing they were doing with all the different AI band members.
Yeah, it was quite interesting, wasn't it? The way you sort of like selected the synth or whatever and got that involved and sped up the tempo. So what were you most disappointed with?
Well, the interactive TV show Rabid thing.
Yeah.
I guess maybe kids would love it, but I wouldn't if I was a kid.
Yeah.
And that's what I was thinking.
Okay, so as a core gamer, sort of passes us over, maybe.
But even like, I imagine myself as a child, it's not really my kind of thing I would have liked.
Okay. Okay, cool. Finally, can you describe the press conference in 3 words?
Okay. Loud.
Yep.
Fun. And surprising.
Very good. Thank you, Duncan from the Yogscast.
Thank you.
So there we go, guys. Hope you enjoyed those little interviews there. Lots of interesting insights coming from all over the place. As I said, today I'm going to be very busy. It's going to be action-packed, and I'm going to be on my feet all the time, recording stuff, interviewing people. So I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Plenty more E3 coverage coming up, and stay safe. Leave me a rating and a comment if you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one, which should be tomorrow. Bye.